Hi there. Tonight I'm making cauliflower crust pizza. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about cauliflower first. Um, you ever bought a cauliflower and it has some color on it, or you get it home, you put it in your crisper or in the drawer, and hopes to use it in a day or two, and you pull it out and it has this, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's going bad. I need to throw it out. Well, I've been reading up on cauliflower, and I already prepared all my other cauliflowers. I got a big bowl. I already cut it up. Just have the stems and florets. Florets. It's like flower florets. Anyway, so this does not mean that it's bad. When it's brown, you get a little bit of color. That's called oxidation, which is the same thing that happens to apples. So all you have to do is you basically shave the top. Don't cut your finger, but you basically shave the dark spots off. Just gentle. You don't want to lose too much of your cauliflower, especially since you're going to be making pizza. So I'm just trimming this off. I want to just show you. I saved this out just so that you can kind of see. It's really not that hard. It's not that time consuming. You just want to make sure that you shave that off. It's got, like I said, it's a little bit, it darkens it a little bit, but it's not, there's nothing wrong with it, okay? So I just want to make sure that I get it all off. You just trim it off, like I said. Just use a knife. Doesn't matter if it's sharp or not. So you just get it all off of there. See? It's pretty easy. So those are ready. Now I have shown you in some previous videos my favorite appliances. One of them happens to be my salad shooter. So I'm going to turn this camera just a little bit. Shalom, shalom, Sister Jalissa. So glad you're here. So basically all I've already covered is when you get a cauliflower head in the grocery store, if it has discoloration on it, that's called oxidation. That doesn't mean it's bad. When it gets black, that means bad and you should throw it out. But basically you just take a knife and you gently skim the dark spots off, okay? And that's all you do, and it's perfectly fine. So what I'm going to do now is I decided to save the whole project for you, okay? So here I go. I've got my cauliflowers. I've got my salad shooter, and I'm going to load this up, and I'm going to go ahead and shred it up. You can shred it or grate it, so it doesn't really matter what you decide to do. You leave it now? Love you.
Bye.
That's my honey. He's so cute. Anyway, you know you love your honey when he blushes and you blush every time you get a kiss. Anyway, enough of that mushy stuff. Okay, so basically, you shred this up. So this is what you're going to get, okay? I'm going to move this closer. You still there? Okay. I'm going to move this closer. You know what? I didn't forget, but as an extra measure, I'm going to do something else. Okay. So for now, I'm going to put this down here. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. Hand sanitizer. I'll make sure I tell them that you said shalom. So you make sure you use hand sanitizer. You always want to make sure you do that. Okay, so Here we go. Shredded. It's small. It will cook easier in the pan the smaller it is. Like I said, you can grate it or shred it. It doesn't matter. Um, so I'm basically just going to go ahead and keep on doing this until this whole bowl is done, okay? And I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible. It might get boring for a minute. You have to excuse me. Of course, this is real time, so. Try and do this as quick as possible, like I said. Alright. We're getting somewhere. All right. Normally I would have had this already done earlier in the day, but I kind of wanted to do real time so you could see that the shredder really does save a lot of time. I mean, I'll just break up some of these. This might actually help save a little bit of time too, so they can fit in there better. This does take up a little bit of time, but pre-prep really does help. I'm making a mess. That's the end of the bowl. All done. There you go. Okay. That's a good bit, huh? Okay, so this bowl I'm going to use to mix in, well, I'll mix that in a minute. What I'm going to do now is going to take 2 cups of this cauliflower, okay? And I'll put it in a pan on medium. Yeah, I think it's medium. Yeah, on medium for about 10 minutes. So no oil, no butter, no water. The point is you're going to dry this out, slightly toast it. It smells stinky. Okay, you can imagine boiling eggs, cauliflower, cabbage. They all kind of, yeah. So that's what it's going to smell like. So I'm going to move you over to my stove in just a minute. Okay? You going in? What? Yeah, I don't think that's... I don't think so. We go grocery shopping this Friday. I told you this is real time, so you never know what's going to happen. I might have something, I might text you, okay? Text me when you get there, just in case I can be thinking about some stuff that we need. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to move you. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right, gotta find a good spot for you. All right, I think that's a good spot. You see my cleaning bucket from yesterday. Okay. So, here's what we have, okay? 2-cup measure. All right, so you need 2 cups cauliflower, shredded or grated. You turn this on medium. My medium happens to be 5-ish, okay? You put that on there. Remember, no oil, no butter, no water. The point is to dry this out so that it will make it more durable. Because if you steam this in water, it's going to make your crust doughy, or not doughy, mushy. If you dry this out, and I like to slightly toast mine. So when I do slightly toast it, actually I'll go ahead and put it in there now. My hands are clean. Okay. All right, so we've got 2 cups. This is a 2-cup measure. Put a little bit extra in there. Okay. So basically, this is going to get stinky. It's going to get... There you go. Okay, so you're just going to make it flat in there, okay? So, let's see here. You're just going to make it flat in there. I like to scrape the bottom as much as possible just so it doesn't burn. But it's going to dry it out. It's going to go from this nice white, this pearly white, to almost a clear. Kind of like when you saute onions, how they get clear. All that is changing the texture a little bit. And it's literally cooking out the water because there's a good bit of water in this. So you're taking all the moisture out when you do this. So you just wait. Then you start to hear it sizzle. Yep. So that's pretty much what you're going to do. So I think I'm going to get another pan, get 2 of them going. Because I can dual pan this. Right? Let's go ahead and get this in here. I think I just got some on the floor. This is why I have to clean so much, because I make a mess when cooking. All right. Wash your hands again. second. So, sorry. So tonight, we're not having this for dinner. What we are having, I'm making this prep. I was going to put on there, this is my prep work, but I decided to not put that on there because people might not think that it's something that's dinner ready. You know, like, oh, she's not making that. You know. So, but this is my prep work, so it will save me a lot of time some other time. Because this takes a long time. To me, it takes a long time. But we've got 6 that I need to make. So that's why I'm doing dueling pans. I'm still here. Sometimes YouTube acts up a little bit. That's okay. Okay, so rear, turn that on, get this going. So I've got 2 bowls. Like I mentioned, I'm going to have dueling pans, only to make this much quicker. You don't have to do that, but when this is done, I'm going to scrape it out, let it cool slightly. Then I'm going to mix it with my shredded cheese and eggs. You can use shredded or grated. And I use 1 egg. 2 eggs just makes it way too eggy. I found this recipe. Where did I find this? It was online somewhere. I was looking for keto. When I was on the HCG diet, I was on, I believe it was phase 2 or phase 3. One of those. You can have cheese, and I always made sure I went a little bit rogue. I know this talk is a little weird. It's typical HCG talk. Basically, it's a low carbohydrate type thing, and basically this is the recipe I found then. So, and I made a few tweaks to it. I don't put seasonings in this. You could, but there's so much stuff I end up loading on top of this that it doesn't need any. Because you've got the Parmesan cheese. You can use Parmesan, Romano, Asiago, all that. Any kind of hard cheese would basically get the job done. Aged hard cheese. It gives the crust some substance. Like, it won't make it floppy. Like if you were to basically cook this in water, it would be a floppy, doesn't have a lot of structure, I guess. That's part of the reason why I like to shred it, is because to me it gives it a little bit more durability, structure. It's really really a good, good recipe. I really like it. So this is still sizzling. So I can't mix. Okay. I'm pretty sure that I have enough for 6. If not, I'll freeze these and then put these in the freezer for another time until I can get more. 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think we'll have enough. If not, then we'll just have to do this another time too, which isn't a problem. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. 2 cups of cauliflower, shredded or grated. Some of the grocery stores in the produce section, you can find a bag of already shredded up, grated cauliflower. It's cost effective to do it yourself though. It takes a little bit of extra to do it, but that's what cooking is. And if ahead of time, that's very helpful too. So I do use 1 cup of the Parmesan cheese. Like I said, you can do shredded or grated. I do shredded. I just like the way, I mean, grated it will melt, I think, but it's going to melt the same. So, or any kind of hard cheese. By the way, this is a gluten-free and keto-friendly meal. Now, if you're dairy, if you have a problem with dairy, this does have Parmesan cheese and it does have egg in it. So that's just something to keep in mind. Another thing too, I have done this recipe on foil. That was a mistake. I've done it with foil and spray. That was a mistake. I've done this with wax paper. Mistake. You do want to get parchment paper. Some people are like, parchment paper, what is that? That sounds really expensive. Doesn't Martha Stewart use that? Yes, Martha Stewart does use it. A lot of people use it. It used to be something that not a lot of people really use. But let me show you what I did. I do have these old pizza pans. I've got two. They're old and just not that great, right? Well, they cook the same. I went ahead and took out, I got a roll of parchment paper from the dollar store, okay? So $1 for parchment paper. You cannot, this is like the biggest tip for this. You have to make sure you have parchment paper. You don't have to cut it in a circle. I did. All I did was I took my, I'll keep talking while I work. All I did is I kept, you want to keep mixing this so that it doesn't come on the bottom. But what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to make sure that the stuff on top gets to the bottom so that it will dry out too. That's the point. Anyway, so that's the point. And I do have it a little bit brown here. You don't want to turn it up too high. And, yeah, you don't want to turn it up too high because it will burn and it won't take its time to, see, the sizzle is starting to go away and I want to make sure that it stays on the bottom. Okay. All right, so this one's sounding good too. Can you hear that? See? It's got a little bit of brown on it. See? Okay. What I did with the parchment paper is I had my pan, my pizza pan, and I pulled it over the top and left about a tiny bit on each side. I didn't want to waste it, but it was all big and square. Well, if you put that in the oven like that, the edges might burn. I don't know. I think I've done that before and the edges burnt. So I was like, well, you know, I'll just cut it. So I prepared this ahead of time. So I just cut it on the outside and basically I did 6 of them. And there you go. I mean, it's not perfect, but when I put it on there, I don't need any spray on top of the parchment paper. It just does really well with this. So basically, there you go, like that. So I did 6 of them and I have 2 pans. This is looking about done because it's really quiet. Yeah, it's getting really quiet. It's like, you know, when your children get too quiet, you're like, what are they doing? So you have to kind of watch it. So when it gets quiet, it's, what are you doing? Are you done? You know, that sort of thing. So your pan will get a little bit brown, but don't worry. You do not have to wash your pan in between. I'm just going to put more on there, depending on how many you have. So, see? That is done. Doesn't that look good? It looks brown. See? It kind of looks like fried rice. So I'm going to put it in here. And you're going to be like, the next step, you're going to be like, what are you doing? You just cooked that. I'm going to show you what I do. You're trying to turn this, make it a little bit cooler faster because I don't want my egg to curdle. Go ahead and dump that in there and let it cook while I'm doing something else. That's one thing my mom used to tell me. Now my mom, I'll tell you a little bit about my mom. My mom owned her own business, and she used to have very good workout. Okay, so that's flat in there. So this, all right, hang on, just gotta make sure this doesn't burn. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in the freezer, the whole bowl. Okay. All I'm doing with that is I'm cooling it down because I don't want my egg to curdle. Like I said, it'd be kind of gross scrambled egg in it. So I've got this back here cooking. You know what? Watch that. Same burner, same burner size, but that way I can keep a look on this while that one is doing the process better. Okay. All right. So we get the next 2 cups ready. Okay. So my mom. Let me go back to that. My mom started her own professional cleaning business. It's just cauliflower, and she was able to buy a house. She's bought cars. You know, she's done very well for herself. But one thing she would do was, hang on a second. Sorry, sidetracked. One thing, she taught me how to clean the house. She taught me how to prioritize. She taught me work ethic, okay? So, because she was a single mom, and she had 2 daughters, me and my little sister. So when she would clean, she would tell me, okay, now the first thing you do when you walk into in a place to go clean it, the first thing you think of is what can be working while I am working doing something else. Because it's about saving time when you own your own business, cleaning. So she'd always tell me, if you're going to change the sheets, if you know you have to do the beds, and you know you have to clean the bathrooms, and you know you have to vacuum, and you have to do the dishes, okay, what can be working while I'm doing something else? Well, automatically I would think to go strip the beds, put those in the wash machine so they're cleaning while I'm cleaning. Then when I put that in there, then I would hustle and go in the kitchen, fill up the dishwasher, let it clean while something else is cleaning while I'm cleaning. So she got me thinking like that so that I would learn those processes that's the way now I clean my house. It's basically, if I am going to be doing something else, I need to figure out what I need to get done first so it can be cleaning or busy while I'm busy. So that's just a little cleaning tip, I could say, from the professionals. So, but yeah, so now, since my mom, we all get older, my mom actually got injured and unable to do what she used to do. So she currently, she sits with elderly or dementia patients and just looks after them, cares for them. So that's what she does now. And my mom's got a pretty big heart, so anyway. Now, what I'm going to do with this tonight is I'm just going to be making the crust. I am not going to be making pizzas tonight. I think I'd mentioned that. So I'm going to be actually doing cheeseburgers. So mine isn't going to have a bun. But we're going to do that in fries. Some people in my home have asked for fries because they're fry people. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be having tonight. This is actually, I'm going to let this cool after I'm done making it, and I'm going to put them in the freezer. Um, and that way, when I do need to make pizzas, which is usually on Friday, we do, Friday we call that 6-day prep day. Um, we, uh, we do pizzas. Gabby, mommy's doing video. We do 6-day prep day, and that's always a pizza day. So these will make a great pizza dinner. And all I have to do basically is take it out and maybe reheat it in the oven, but go ahead and put all my toppings on and then bake it, and it's done. So this is actually the the hardest part of doing the cauliflower pizzas. It is a healthier choice. I suggest prepping ahead of time, otherwise you're going to be, cooking for a while in the kitchen while everybody's waiting, starving in the other room. So nobody's here right now. My husband, we're doing a home renovation project. I think I've mentioned he works at home. He's a draftsman. And when he is done with his day job, which that's what his day job is, then he goes in the afternoons, and he goes over to our home reno. And then when he is done with that, comes home, and it's like 9. So, but he's a very hard worker. So he does that. Let's see, Sunday, first day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Well, we do have midweek online Bible studies, and we have a blog talk with our pastor live on Friday evening. That's Sabbath evening. Of course, he's home before Sabbath, and we have pizza, and then we watch blog talk. So that's pretty much our schedule. And then Saturday is Sabbath, which we observe. So on Sunday we start all over again, first day, and we hit the ground running. So we're busy, and that's the way we like it. That's the way I like it. I know, I should have not stopped right there. So anyway, so this one is looking a little bit brownish. I'm thinking this one's done because I don't hear it. Let me show you. See that? You see it brown? So that one's done. I'm doing these all ahead of time. So I'm going to dump this. Excuse me. I'm going to take that other pizza dough out. Okay? And what I'm going to do is, for time, because I'm going to keep on going after I'm stopped videoing, but I'm going to go ahead and just finish up one of these to show you how one is done. That way you can apply it to however many you're making, which is perfectly fine with me. I mean, by the way, you might think that, oh man, this only does a 10-inch pie. I completely understand when, it faded away. It's only going to make a 10-inch pie. Well, one of these is a serving. Literally, I say a serving. It literally, you could probably eat half of this and be completely full. We load these up with toppings. I mean, and I'm talking fresh mushrooms, turkey pepperoni, grilled chicken, whatever you see fit that you like on there. I like feta, ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese. I like the chicken. I like fresh spinach. I like fresh garlic. That's the kind of stuff I like on mine. That's one kind. The other kind is I'll make chicken ahead of time. And let me tell you what. It does good. done. This is the one we put in there earlier. Okay, so I'm gonna let these finish here. I'm gonna keep an eye on them. But this is done. Okay, so mine, I like to do what I call it the buffalo chicken. And I will take fresh sliced mushrooms, and you don't have to have all this stuff. You just do whatever you want. Rings of onions, I like white onions on it. Sliced thin. I put the grilled chicken. I do the onions. I might do black olives. I do mozzarella cheese. I'll do a cheddar cheese on that one, and then I will do a cheddar cheese. So I love mushrooms too. That's my son. Mackenzie, can you get it? It's Josh. Okay, so basically, let's see, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to end up getting another head of cauliflower. Okay, so, yeah, so I'll put, let me show you. I put all that stuff on there with the chicken and everything. And this is even before I decided to get rid of pork. I say I decided to get rid of pork, but I've had problems with pork a long time, and I didn't know what it was until well, I don't have it anymore. Anyway, it's a buffalo wing sauce, and it's spicy, and I put that on there, and it tastes so good. Like, I love it, and then I bake it. So, and I'll bake it, hang on, I'll bake it for, hang on a second, sorry, I don't want to burn my stuff. Okay, this one I think is done. Yeah, that one's done. To me, it gives this a little bit of a toastiness flavor. It doesn't taste kind of blanded. Okay, so I'm going to turn that one off. See, it's done. Same color as that one. So this one I'm just going to set over here. Okay. So that one's off. This one's done. I'll take you back over here in just a minute. But basically, okay. Let's take a little while. You know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the burner off, okay? And I'm going to come back to it. But I'm going to take you over here so that we can finish. Okay, like I said, if you prep ahead of time, it will make your life easier, especially when you're making this. So, okay, give me a minute. All right. So 1 cup, see? Parmesan, 1 cup. It's packed in there. This is a 1 cup measure. Okay, there you go, 1 cup. Dump that in there. 1 egg. And all I'm going to do with that, I'm going to put it in here. Sounded like the egg, the shell was in there. Okay. So basically, you're just going to beat your egg. Yep. We got a breeze back there. Okay. 1 egg beaten. Parchment paper. Heat oven to 400. I'm going to beat this while I turn this on. Make sure there's nothing in the oven. I've done that I don't know how many times. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, so I've beaten my egg. You need to beat it before you mix it with the cheese. So now you're just going to mix it with the cheese. Your 1 cup Parmesan, however, potato, patata, tomato, tomato. Okay, so you're just going to mix this up, okay? Okay, so Parmesan and egg mix, and then mix all of the Parmesan into a ball. So we're going to cook this up. I don't really put it into a ball. Okay, see? It's going to look like that. Not very appetizing. So, go ahead and put this in here. And this is the reason why you want it cool. Because you don't want your eggs curdled. That would be disgusting. Well, for me. I mean, it'd probably still be edible, but you get the point. So you're just going to mix this up. You see it? Alright. So, now, the reason that you're not going to put 2 eggs is because it will come out eggy-like. And I don't really like it like that. You're going to put 1 egg in here just to be able to mix all of the Parmesan together so it will, get incorporated with each other. And the toasted cauliflower versus the steamed cauliflower is you want it to dry out so it can give it some durability-ness. That's a word. Durability-ness. It's not really a word. So, by the way, there's no yeast in this. It will not rot, okay? So, so you're basically going to put this mixture on this, okay? Like I said, I did it all fancy and cut it for you. Make it look good, right? So now, you see that? It wants to roll up. Stay. It's being disobedient. See, I don't really do it in a ball. I just dump it on there. Okay, now you gotta touch it. Ready? Okay, we're gonna move this. I'll reuse those for the other ones. Okay. Alright, so basically, I've mushed it together, okay? It does good. It's pliable, see? Then I just press it out. You don't want to make the sides too thin or it will burn. It will, yeah. So you kind of want to make a little bit of a lip only because if you put spaghetti sauce on this, it might fall off. Okay. So see? So you just basically the thinner you get it, the more the sides are going to burn, but you don't want it too thick because it's going to take forever. Okay, so now you see what it looks like. Sorry this is taking so long. Anyway, so there you go. Okay, that's what it looks like. You don't have to do nothing to it. Now, as soon as that's done preheating, I'm putting that in the oven. And I'm going to put it in there for, and this is about 10 inches, for about 15-20 minutes. I found about 18 or 19 minutes, depending on what kind of mood my oven's in. Yes, they go through moods. Humidity in the air, if it's too hot outside, whatever. Most of the time ovens are right on, but sometimes they act up, you know. They're like us. Sometimes they just have bad days. Um, and when that is done cooking, you will take it out, and I let mine cool completely again. It does take more time, but if you've got one coming out, one going in, two go, you know what I'm saying? Then it's easier to be able to have one out cooling. You put another one in, and then when this is done cooling, you have someone say, "Hey, come on," and I make kind of like a buffet where all the items are out on the counter, and even the kids they like dressing up their own. So this is like your own personal pan pizza, and I'm not kidding when I tell you that more cauliflower that you will be full. You wouldn't think it would be full. I have a son that is 24, and he's a hearty eater. We'll just say that. When he was visiting, now he's getting on our eating schedule. Anyway, so it filled him up, and he had probably a fourth left. Like, he was like, "Oh, I can't eat no more." And he put, I don't remember what he put on it, but I mean, the toppings are endless. You could put whatever you want on there. So that's why I really like this meal. Like, I don't feel like, oh my gosh, I just ate a brick, right? So basically, it just let this cool. And so anyway, when I put it in to cook with the toppings on top, after it comes out and it's cooled off, with the toppings, maybe 10-15 minutes more. And don't be afraid, it's not going to stick to the parchment. Like I said, with the foil, I was so upset because you can imagine doing all of these and putting it on the foil, spraying it, thinking, "Oh, well, I sprayed it liberally, this should be fine." The oil gets soaked up in the pizza crust that you made, and you go to peel it off and it won't come off. With this, it will get toasty and it'll be a little bit crispy, like a little bit, but there's enough meatiness to it, hardiness to it, that it's really durable. Like, you don't have to worry about it. I do eat mine with a fork, just because I usually put so much stuff on it. It's just easier for me, and it's usually so hot. Then I just want to eat it like right away, and you know, this is how it works. So anyway, so I'm just waiting for the preheat oven. I apologize it's taken so long. I was going to turn it on while I was over there. This isn't cooking anymore. This one is done. See? It's all cooled off. So I'll go ahead and put one of these together while I'm waiting, right? Here. Crack one egg. We don't have to worry about, you know. Okay. 1 cup. Motorcycles. Okay. Looks like I need more Parmesan cheese. That's what I should have told Josh to get me. Oopsies. Yep. I need more Parmesan. Okay. So, mix that. And you just mix that. See? We're just waiting for the preheat. Waiting. Need some kind of waiting music. Right now you have to go for my playlist that I have on the TV for music. Okay, so that mixed up well. This is, yep, plenty. You know, it's funny. I've made this crust I don't know how many times. And every time I have to look at my instructions that I wrote down, that I took off of that website I was telling you about. Every time I'm like, okay, did I do this? Did I do that? Just want to make sure I don't miss a step, you know? When you do stuff so many times, you don't even think about, You don't even think about it. You're just like, well, you know. Oh, it's ready. Why didn't you tell me it was done? Just kidding. We'll put this in the oven. All right. All right, so we got that going. This guy's ready. Go ahead and put that on parchment. Now I need to get me a couple more of these. These old dumpy looking pizza pans. They're not expensive because they're dumpy looking. It doesn't want to come out. My fork tines are too big. Can't do it all. Look at that. I'm missing all of that. Okay. Alright, put this over here. Just like last time. Alright. Alright. Give me 1 second, okay? My son is texting me. I'm going to keep on doing it, okay? Here we go. Hey, you guys got your text? I'm still doing the video, so you can't find the size? I think you should go ahead and get the cut to fit one. Yes. Okay. Sounds good to me. Yeah. Daddy wanted the cheap filter. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll work with it. Go ahead and get that. I need another head of cabbage and shredded or grated Parmesan cheese, real. Yes. Well, see if that one is cheaper than what's in the deli section. And let's see. I think that's it. Let me check what the cheese slices are cheaper. Okay. Oh, we need dill pickle slices. All right. All right. Cauliflower and grated Parmesan, yes. With no cellulose. I think it's called cellulose. Yes, cellulose. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Bye. That was my son. Okay. So we've got 16 minutes to kill. Okay. This one's ready. Ready to eat up? So, Sister Jalissa, what would you have on your pizza? I know you said you like mushrooms, but if you could have any toppings that you want, what would you like to have on your pizza? My husband loves black olives, white onions, mushrooms. Of course, you can be typing what you want on yours while I'm telling about what all of our toppings are. Don't come in here, mommy's cooking. Um, yeah, black olives. He likes green peppers, white onions, mushrooms. Probably some chicken sausage would be good on there. Probably no pepperonis. He probably would do a red spaghetti sauce. I don't really like red spaghetti sauce on mine. Um, yeah, that's probably what he'd like on his mozzarella cheese, of course. My daughter, the 18-year-old, she would like um, the Alfredo sauce to go on the pizza. Spinach, maybe chicken, um, black olives definitely, maybe some onions, no mushrooms I don't think, and she would do probably mozzarella cheese. Um, Frankie will probably, he's our 7-year-old, he would probably like black olives, no mushrooms, red spaghetti sauce, mozzarella cheese, turkey pepperoni, peppers, onion, and cheese. Sounds good. Um, yes. We have a really good brand of turkey pepperoni. It's called Bridgeford. Hormel does make a good turkey pepperoni. Bridgeford tastes a little bit more authentic like a pepperoni, but it is a turkey pepperoni, so that's a really good thing. You know what I've thought of making is like a Philly cheesesteak pizza with, and I probably wouldn't put spaghetti sauce on it. I put like an Alfredo sauce, a white cheese, and then I would do like strips of leftover like steak on it, or um, and then put. Doesn't that sound good? Um, mm, um, uh, yeah, and you could do like slices. I like putting the big slices of provolone cheese on mine. Um, and then you could do onions and sauteed mushrooms, sauteed onions and bell peppers, and put that on there. That would be like a really good Philly cheesesteak pizza. Another one, you could do a cheeseburger pizza with this crust. Do a cheddar cheese. You could do, I don't know how you'd feel about it, but like, I don't know about pickles. You could put that on there maybe when it's done. Use a cheddar cheese, ground hamburger meat, beef, of course, and I don't know, what else would you put on there? You could do onions, um, and then just top it with cheddar cheese, and then just put. Um, Sounds good, huh? Um, all right, you want to see what it looks like? Well, let me see if I can take it out. Oh, smells good. It's got 12 minutes. It's taking forever. Yes, you can do all kinds of things. I do make an impossible cheeseburger pie. Um, and that has basically the Jiffy Mix, or the, what do they call it? Jiffy Mix Biscuit Mix. They used to have the recipe on the back of there. You do hamburger meat and cheese. You mix all that together, and then you dump okay. If you're into clay making, like making clay things, it's a really thin. It's called a slurry, I think. Um, my son, I didn't say cabbage. Did I say cabbage? I might have said it wrong. Okay, so I said Parmesan cheese, cauliflower, and pickles. I think that's what I said. Is that what I said? Hey, no cabbage. Cauliflower, dill pickles, and it just left me. No, no cabbage. Cauliflower, uh, and yeah, I'm sorry, I'm still on live, so uh, my live people said I didn't hear cabbage. They didn't. You must have had cabbage steaks on the brain. That's going to be another YouTube. Okay, so we got cauliflower, Parmesan cheese, and pickles. And I'm pretty sure that's it. You can grab Q-tips if you want to, but... Alright, good. I was going to wait till Friday to get some anyway, because we're going to Aldi. Alright, well, I got to go now. Alright, bye. Okay. I didn't hear cabbage either. I am making, I have told him, and he really likes it, is I'm going to grill my chicken up, my chicken breast. I bought like 13 pounds of chicken, and so it's boneless, skinless chicken breast. Well, I was going to go ahead and grill those up, season them, and then make them ahead of time and slice them all up, and then divide them up in 1 pound quart-sized baggies and freeze them, so that prep work's already done. It makes life easier. So I told him that one night we'll have the chicken breast grilled up, and then we can go ahead and I'll do cabbage steaks, and I'll do that recipe another time. That's super easy. It sounds weird, but you just... Hey guys, that's enough. Gabby. They're roughhousing. No ma'am. No ma'am. Yeah, so cabbage steaks. That's basically, I bake them in a really big jelly roll pan, but they're cabbage sticks about that thick, and that's all I'm going to tell you for now, because then you won't watch it. They're really easy, they're filling, and they're really good. And this is coming from our son that does not like vegetables. And he loves this. He actually kind of prefers this over a regular pizza. My husband loves this. So when they heard that I was going to be making these crusts, they're like, oh, we're having that tonight? I was like, no, not tonight. And they're like, oh. So I'm not complaining. I'm glad they like it. Yes, mine do too, on occasion. Like right now, Gabby has a hold of Frankie's foot, and they're both laying on the floor. She's on the beanbag. So I knew what you mean. We got 8 minutes. I'm really sorry this is like taking so long. But anyway, so, but yeah, they're roughhousing in there. But another variation of this is tonight, like I said, we're doing cheeseburgers, so we had to have pickles tonight. This does take a good bit of cheese. It takes a lot of patience for cooking the stuff, so that's why I felt like I had a good bit of patience today. I had a good bit of patience today. I think I'm going to put stuff together a little bit better next time. Like I said, I am kind of new at all this stuff, so I apologize for this being so lengthy. Anyway, I think I'm going to show you what it looks like right now, because they're getting out of hand. It's going to get a little bit darker. Hey, you guys, Gabby, Frankie, stop right now, opening time out. Okay, so I kind of wanted to show you this. Look at this. See how it's tanning? Let's see if I can show you a little better. See that? It's getting tan under there. See how it's staying together? So this needs a couple more minutes, and then it'll be done. But, okay, so there you go. It's just about done. I will go ahead and clean up my mess. I love this thing. Salad shooter, just the big one. Oh, that's a good bit of stuff I left in there. Let's see how much I have left in here for my next one. Yeah, I have right at another cup left. Okay. It's a good way to figure out what size, how much you got, how much each container can do for you. So, all right, so here we go. I don't know if I'm going to do any more tonight. I'm just going to go ahead and freeze these. It's 5 minutes. All right, we're almost done. I'm going to go ahead and do this one. And I'm going to do that one. This one is already done. Then I'm going to probably baggie these up and put them there. It is. We'll go ahead and do one more. Look at that. This one is obviously cooled off. I appreciate you being so patient with me. This one, I am going to bag that one up and then do probably, see, this Friday we have a homeschool field trip over to Norfolk, which is about, it's across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, and it's about an hour and a half long about to get there. There's a thing called a splash pad there, and figured that would be fun. So we're going to take them there to that. Then when we're done with that, we are going to go to the Aldi grocery store. Aldi, A-L-D-I. You can get so much expensive food from there. There's a place called Lidl, I believe it is. L-I-E-D-Y-L or something like that. That you can, it's the same basic thing where you can get inexpensive food, get a lot more food for your money. And since our oldest son moved back home at the end of June, it's been interesting. He definitely helps out. He definitely has a job. You know, there's no issues there. He didn't move here because he didn't have a job. He had a very good paying job. But because he wants to grow and learn and be a part of our new faith, he felt that it would be best if he moved here. So that's the reason for him moving here. Hey, stop right now. Stop. Anyway. Yes, they sell they sell turkey pepperoni. Oh, I'm going to have to get that. They have the best black olives too. And their cinnamon raisin bread. Huh? Did he break it? Did you break it?
I think we can put it back in.
We can maybe tape it, but right now I'm doing a video, okay?
Yeah, I can try to fix it. No, we can tape it.
Just,
Wait, stop! Let me see. No. I need to see.
okay, I need you to stop.
Stop.
Go out, please. Go. We're going to have a talk when I'm done. Go out. Y'all need to stop fighting. Anyway. Yes, I'm going to have to make sure I get that. They have so much stuff there. Like their organic spaghetti sauce, there's no sugar in it. And it tastes so good. And it doesn't taste bad, you know? She is cute. She's sweet, too. She's got a mind of her own, that's for sure. Gabby, please stop. Okay, my TV has gotten out of hand. It's like a revival started without me or something. Um, anyway, so we got 1 minute. I'm going to check this. All right, this is done. Hallelujah. Woo. Steve got my glasses. All right. So while that one's done, we'll put this one in there. All right, so basically I'm sure there is an easier way. Actually, I have a new toaster oven. So I am fairly certain that I could actually make, and I could have even taken this one out maybe a couple minutes sooner. Look at that. No sticking. Look at that. And it smells so good. You see that? What do you think, Sister Jalissa? Does that look good to you? It's not burnt. It's durable. It is so good. I literally could just eat this without the toppings. But this is a meal. And I try to prep ahead of time. It comes off so easy. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Like literally. It smells like Parmesan. Doesn't even smell like cauliflower no more. See? This one is pretty thin. This is probably a little bit thinner than I usually like to do. So anyway, this is great. This is really great. Okay, so basically 18-20 minutes. However, your a fried egg sure take too long. Alright, so basically, you do that however many times you need to. I could even do one in my toaster oven. I have a really big toaster oven. I call it really big. See? This guy here? A whole pizza will definitely fit in there. Maybe not this pan. Let's check it out. Oh my goodness. It fits in there. So I essentially could put a whole nother one in there and have two cooking at the same time and save time. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so I'm going to let you go. But I'm going to keep on cooking. And when my son comes back, I'm going to go ahead and make as much as I have stuff. So thank you for sticking with me for this long. Yes, it does take a good bit of time. That's why I recommend doing this ahead of time, long before you decide to make it for dinner. Otherwise, you'll have to start way early in the beginning of the day. But this is hearty, so it doesn't look like it's much, but it will fill you up. They're awesome. Yes, they're awesome. So I'm going to get me some more dumpy pizza pans so I can put them in there now that I know they'll fit. So that just changed the game. Anyway, whole new ball game here. Anyway, so I'm going to continue cooking, and you can continue to have dinner. This did take an hour and almost 15 minutes. So bless you very much. I really appreciate you coming to visit. Please make sure you push subscribe and you like and leave a comment and tell me what you'd like on your pizza. I know you had already mentioned what you'd like, but I just appreciate all the support. I really appreciate you, and I love you. And I'm going to be putting on Facebook what my next meals are. I'm going to try and do it 24 hours in advance, so there's plenty of time for you to plan for it. So I love you. I'll talk to you later. Love you, sis.